Okay, it looks like it's live. So, happy Saturnella. It's what is it? It's Wednesday on the 13th of December, 5:05 or so. Lots to talk about. Oh my goodness, all kinds of things going on. Pick a side, slave. People are starting to figure out that the whole war thing is might be just mental programming. In fact, the whole religion thing might be mental programming. In fact, people are waking up from their mental programming at such a rate that it's scaring people. I'm going to talk about a couple of things here. Let me just read you this really quickly. It's on a legal sheet of paper. This is in response to a bill collector who was trying to collect a bill that had already been discharged. It even says on the credit report that it's been discharged. So why are they trying to collect it? Well, I can assure you, if you send them a check, they will cash the check. So let's see here. This is a demand for proof of claim. Very simple. Let's see here. Those concerned, and it's to those concerned or / the indentured trustee. They may or may not have a trusted indentured trustee. Introduce yourself. I am, and then the name or your name. And hopefully you know how to put your name down. Okay. Like Rogers Ben Hosea as opposed to Ben Hosea Rogers. Let's see here. It starts off, okay, so this is just in response to a collection letter or collection email. We have no contract. I don't know who you are. Please validate this debt. Prove that I have any obligation to pay you. To be clear, I do not mean verify this debt. I mean specifically and legally that you validate this debt in accordance with the UCC and USC Oh, I think I'm going to wind up deleting this letter. I can't. All right, deleting this. All right, there we go. Now I have this. Okay, there you go. Okay. Specifically and legally, see, that's the problem, that you validate this debt in accordance with the UCC and 15 USC 1692G, proving that I have an obligation to pay Resurgent or that Resurgent has any valid claims against I. Credit 1 was presented with negotiable instrument as tender, sent via registered mail, see enclosed. According to UCC 363-603, B, if the tender is refused, there is discharge. Credit 1 has received more than the amount at issue, but refused the negotiable instrument. They have, however, reported it as discharged. It is fraudulent to attempt to collect discharge debt, is it not? My account with Credit 1 was in good standing. They closed my account absent my permission, and apparently sold it to you. I can prove that I never missed a monthly payment to Credit 1 with my knowledge. Credit 1 with my bank statements. Please provide proof that you have any first-hand knowledge of any debt I have with Credit 1, or that you are authorized to act on their behalf. Otherwise, thank you for buying my debt. Neither you nor Credit 1 is acting in good faith, and you are both in violation of 15 USC, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, by attempting to defraud me into paying debts already discharged. Any further contact with me hereafter will be considered harassment and subject this account to audit by the Department of the Treasury IRS. Simple letter. And see, we're just going to toss the ball back into their court, and they'll toss the ball back into our court, maybe, or maybe it'll just go away. We'll see. But the debt is already discharged, and it says discharged on the credit report. And I know for a fact the person's credit rating is pert near 700. Okay. Suggest you read this thing. Oh, by the way, it's Saturnella. We're headed towards Saturnella, and we are in Mercury retrograde. But anyway, suggest you might take a look at this. This is I brought stuff for show and tell. And take a look at what's going on in our ports. Let's see. Oh, these very good. This is actually a product that is good. Several of the people. This is Total Restore. One of Gundry's products. This is a unsolicited and uncompensated testimonial. This is good stuff right here. Several people that I gave it to noticed results in days. They noticed a big difference. What else do I have over here for show and tell? That's it for the time being. I've gotten out of the habit of making videos, so I wanted to make a couple of videos and just talk about current events. And a few other things, but it seems that we are at the point now where people are just, it's the season. 'Tis the season. They are removing accounts like crazy on YouTube or pulling down videos. Every time I turn around, I get an email from them that says, we've deleted one of your videos. And I'm not going to join any class actions, because if I join a class action, that means I can't sue them myself. But the idea that these guys think that they can tell us what we can say, what we can and can't say, and what words we can and can't use in a public venue like this needs to come to an end rapidly. And people are finding out very rapidly, including some of the big guys like Sarah Westall and Sean over at SGT and a bunch of those guys. You're not going to get anywhere in their courts. Our courts are 100% taken over by bar attorneys. So let's talk about this for just a second. Where are we? We're in a crown corporation, turns out. This crown corporation, owned by the Pope, set up in 1871, is United States Corporation. It's bankrupt. It went completely out of business in I believe it was June something of 2020. Somewhere around there. Trump got rid of the Crown Corporation, and basically traveled around the world letting people know, including the Queen of England. See, because what we had, this Crown Corporation set up as United States, it has all these little subsidiaries called State of Hawaii, State of Arizona, State of California, State of Texas, and all of these different, they're basically bar attorneys masquerading as government for slaves. People have figured out that it's a big slave plantation. And if you want to do anything in this slave plantation, you might need to sign a contract. And they make you sign contracts that you don't even know about, starting as young as possible, because they stick you in the slave school and you don't realize that you're signing a contract. Those are called adhesion contracts. And then they chain you to the sky using birth certificates and marriage certificates and all manner of certificates and pieces of paper with your name on them. And then they teach you how to sign your name, and they teach you where to sign your name. And you shouldn't be signing your name on the left side of the contract. Anyhow, I have other documents here, but I think, this is another thing I wanted to talk about. And so for all you guys watching, like I said, watch this on 2x speed. Do me a favor and come back and find me a bill that has a date on it that is, what does this one say? This one says 2000, and I can't read it. That close. It says, I really can't read it in this light. 2017. Find me a bill later than 2007. Find me a 2018. Find me a 2020. Find me a 2023. Find me any bills that you can that have a date on them past 2017. So far, I've had several people looking, and we can find 2017A, but we can't find 2018 or 2019. And then think about that for a second. What does that mean? Might mean something. Just saying. Okay, so what's going on? We have a lovely way to launder money now. Our laundry service is basically called the Federal Reserve, and they launder huge amounts of these things through Ukraine, and now they're laundering it through this other place called Israel. Oh, that's right. I believe in the Q drops they said we're saving Israel for last. All right, let's see what they do, because people have figured out that let's see, Hamas and Hezbollah, who funds those? Where'd they get the money? They got to train guys, and they got to buy bombs and troops and explosives and guns and all kind of stuff. Where'd they get the money? And who set them up? And who funded them? If you follow the money, oddly enough, it seems to lead right back to Israel and the United States corporation. See, there's a difference now. People understanding the crown corporation called United States is not America. That's not America. That's this corporation that took over America. And now this insane corporation headed by insane people who had worked for other insane people. And I've told you about the Wigmore Party. Who are the Wigmores? And Trump is a Wigmore. And I should put the hat on and do my hair so that you can see the wig that they were referring to is this one. The history that they've given us, people have also figured out complete bullshit from top to bottom. You can't get over how bad the news is. Well, then think about how bad history must be. Because if you've, and I hardly ever watch mainstream media now, but if you have watched any mainstream media lately, to include Fox, the faux news, you get 100% BS. You get they just lie to you about what's going on. Look in the camera and just lie to you. And they lied to you, and they lied to you about this thing. Did they give you any kind of? To this day, have they given you any? Everybody's just suddenly they're not here anymore, and people can't figure out why suddenly they're not here anymore. Might have something to do with this poorly drawn thing right there. Maybe, just possibly, could have something to do with the fact that safe and effective might have been a lie, but they repeated the lie. And if they're lying about that, what else are they lying about? Maybe they're lying about a bunch of stuff. So maybe you quit watching those guys and get your information elsewhere. Just saying. But so many people I know, they go back to and okay. Let's talk about this other guy, because he's making all kind of noise now. He's back on this, which used to be that other thing with the bird. But this guy right here, yeah, see that right there? Yeah. Yeah, that's controlled opposition. Of course he knew all kinds of stuff. And of course he was right, because he was getting information from the perpetrators. He gave you 80, sometimes 90% of the information, but not all of it. And then they made the big show where he has to apologize for telling the truth. It's pain, just non-stop pain. But this guy, the guy that let him back on here, and a few others, may not be exactly what you might think, especially if they're still parroting and talking about the two-party thing where you have Wigmores, you have the cotton Whigs, which were just... they're insane people. They're socialists. They're communists. They're devil worshippers. They're blood drinkers. They're everything horrible and nasty you can think of, all rolled into one. And all of them in varying degrees. And see, people are figuring out, if you see them on TV, they probably are not good people. If you see them in the big screen, they probably made a deal. If you've heard their music on the radio, they've probably made a deal. Who'd they make the deal with? Where did the genie go? Geneva. There's some guy in Geneva who might be a little more potent than we give them credit for. But anyway, those cotton wigs are all about the adversary. Then there's the other guys, the conscious wigs. All of them have been infiltrated, let's say, by the cult of the crucified God. You're not going to get any kind of justice going into their courts where, if you go to my channel, there's a whole thing on justice, and they let you know in advance. Okay, but they've been taken over. So whether it's cotton wigs or conscious wigs going into the courtrooms, that's not what you think it is. Once again, and people have started to figure out that wait a minute, our courts might not be dispensing justice. might have turned crimes into commercial crimes. Might have tricked you into thinking that you could get some kind of justice there, and you might be able to get paid some money, maybe. But getting justice is going to be a difficult thing out of the courts when they show you with great care the symbols that they show you their symbols. Let's put it that way. And if you think you're going to get justice in a court of law, you've got another thing coming. And once again, when you see people, what's their conviction rate? Their conviction rate is something like 99%. Why do they have a 99? Or 95%. Let's say they give 5%. They give you 5% you could win. It's like Vegas. Every once in a while, somebody has a jackpot. But overall, no, they're writing bonds. They're just writing bonds. They're just making money off of you. Explain to me how it is that paying money to a third party somehow brings justice to a family that's been robbed or where somebody's been harmed or so forth. Most of the time, the courts make lots of money, but the victims make no money. And a lot of times the victims, if you talk to anybody that's had to deal with it, as a victim in the justice, well, as soon as they say that they're a victim and they're suffering, they have problems right there. As soon as they get an attorney, they're going to get it turned. As a victim, they're still going to get it turned. What does that mean? It means they're going to get as much money out of that person as possible. And they'll get money out of that person, whether that person knows it or not, because we all have these things called trust accounts. And most people don't know they have a trust account. And there's a whole bunch of people that'll tell you there's no trust account. Now, here's the thing. They're going to try and tell you that there's no trust account because you can't get into your trust account. And many people apparently have tried. Very difficult to get into the trust account. Although you can discharge debt. And that letter right there is just the very beginning of an education on how to discharge debt. Because see, again, the letter that I read in the beginning of this, if you go back and watch this at 2 times speed, the debt was already discharged. Now, this is why they call us pay-agains, because if they harass this person enough and they send money, if they send some form of tender, such as this can be used as tender. Negotiable instruments can be used as tender. Lots of things can be used as tender. But the idea that we can't pay for anything because there isn't any fucking money since where are we at? Since 1933, there's pretty much been no money. There's been an emergency that has never. Go back and look at it. 1933 has that Emergency Banking Act been repealed? Has the state of emergency ever been declared over? No, it's one emergency after another. And these guys have come into these evil Satan worshiping demon. They're just this is filth. This is utter filth that has taken over this great country called America. And what they did is set up a crown corporation with the 3 crowns and taken over America. And the way and from top to bottom, from the lowest courts, weaponizing the family courts, school boards, they have taken over at every single, at the county level, at the state level, at the federal level, basically. And we have cogs in the wheel. We have lots of people that don't have any idea whose team they're on. They think they're doing service work when it turns out, who are they serving? Take Maui, for example. we had some bad things happen on Maui, and I'm going to link a few videos below showing that there's technology being rolled out that we have no idea how this technology works. Although they show it to you in little bits here and there on TikTok videos and on Instagram and so on. Have you ever seen them cleaning off rust with lasers? Or maybe even I've seen now them finishing wood surfaces with lasers. Maybe there's some technology that was used in not just Lahaina, but also in Malibu and Paradise and California and so forth that we don't understand. And that, to us, it's just the weather. Oh, it was wildfires caused by climate change. Well, right there, I have some issues with that sentence. The same way I have some issues with safe and effective. But the idea is that these people are so mind washed that they can't figure out why they're dropping like flies. They cannot relate one to the other. It's very sad. This right here is absolutely responsible. And I got 4 people watching. You all know it. It's as simple as that. Let's see here. Well, no. Maybe I can put it someplace, but that was pretty short. That's like not even 300 words. I have a much better document. Wait, hold on a second. I bought it out over here, and I'm going to try and put that someplace where you guys can get it. Let's see here. Here is a fun document, and I'm just going to do this much right now, and I'll come back later. But yay, yeah. Okay, this document right here. They used I think it was motions in limine to strike it from the record. But they sent it to me and made copies. And oh, look at this. Let me see if I have it. Oh no, this is the newest one. Sorry. Okay, no, this is good. This is good. This is good. All right. Let me just show you this. Because, like I said, that right there and that right there, the key things. Let me just show you this. Except for it's not showing up here. Wait a second here. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. And it's going to be way back here. Yes. Except I don't have them. What the heck? I know it's in here. Oops, nope. Oh, well, here's a good thing. Notice. Gentlemen always give notice. Wow, I'm trying to find the oaths of office, and the oaths of office seem not to be here. I know they're here. I know I put them in here. But this is where we're going to get them, is with the oath of office, because it turns out they don't have oaths of office. So if they don't have, and see, they probably never have had oaths of office. We just didn't ask. But these are the public servants. I can't get over it. It's not in there. Everything else is in here except for that. Oh, yes, they are. Here we are. Gosh, geez. All right. I want to show you this. All right. First off, the print is wrong. Second off, if you look down here, this isn't sworn under penalty of perjury. Thirdly, this isn't sworn by a notary. There's a notary down here that says that this is an original copy. This is a copy of the original. But wait a minute, that's not an oath of office. Because, and see, this is the thing, slaves. Slaves. Yeah, I got an oath of office. Here it is. Does this meet the standard? Let's see here. Let's see if I can find that. I believe that would be, oh, it's gonna do the wild thing. I can't find it. Okay. It is, and it's every time, and you got to get to the point where you just memorize these things. Which code is it?
There is scarcely an idea that we possess
Yeah.
that died in the Navy.
Not that one. Let's see here. There's 22 CFR. There's 32 CFR. I've got all these things opened up because I've been doing a little research here. Let's see. Oh my goodness. There's the Code of Federal. There's the Army Corps of Engineers. Why would I have that up? Let's see here. Okay. Here is bonds for the wind, but that's not what I want. Here. Oh, here's another thing I need to do. I need to be able to share screen is what I need to be able to do. And why oath of office matters and how to win right there. So it is 5 U.S. Code 3331, oath of office. Just go read at 5 U.S. Code. And here, I'll put this in also. Just I put it in numerous times, but let me put it in again. So now it's in the chat. All right. It does matter. So if you take a look at that link there, if you open that up while you're listening to this and looking at this over, there you go. Does this meet the standard that it's shown there? And the answer is no. And the font is wrong right off the bat. Okay. This, again, was sent by registered mail, and it was, this is now, you can find this. You can go into the courts on Maui and dig this document up. So people asking, can you share it? Yeah, I'll put the information there. This is a matter of this is a matter of public record now. And look, stamped, so the UPU goes in. And here's so that I can, get with the UPU. And then look at the way this thing works. The way they filed it, every page has a stamp on it, right? This is actually the back of each page, right? So that's why this thing is twice as thick as it needs to be, is because each page has a stamp on it. So what I'm going to do is take this to a copy store and have this document go from one-sided to two-sided again. And then I'm going to file it in Pima County in Arizona. So it'll be filed twice. Now, what is this document? This is proof positive that we have some problems. One, they're not giving us a Republican form of government. Two, they have turned crimes into commercial events. Three, they are administrative courts, not judicial courts of law. So in here, they make a bunch of presumptions and assumptions about you, and you acquiesce to all of that. But here is the simplest thing. The simplest thing is the person that they want and the person that they write tickets to and the person that they charge is not the same person as this. This right here was born first. My birth date and the birth date of the Enlegis, the all caps name, are two different dates. So we can't be the same person, can we? It's as simple as that. Secondly, they're going to assume that you're in, because we're in the zip code, 96768, 850, whatever the hell it is. That's a place in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is where the Crown Corporation is located. The Crown Corporation is called United States. Now, we can prove this very simply. It's fast and easy. Let's see here. First things first, we can go to, let's see here. we can prove that the corporation is located in Washington, D.C., with this thing called the UCC, because there it will tell you that Washington, D.C. is the location of the United States corporation. And the United States is a corporation. You can do that very quickly and easily by looking up code once again, and it's their code. This is not law, it's code. But the idea that that corporation is a federal corporation is stated clearly to you in their code. And I'll put the code sections down below here later if you need them. But you should be able to find all of this, all of these things on what is it? onestupidfuck.com. That guy's hilarious. One just word of caution on that, because I know a lot of you guys are going there. The guy is unabashedly, and this is not a secret. I'm not talking smack or anything, but he is what do you call those guys in in California whose the name is escaping me. They're not Freemasons. They are oh, come on, the name just escapes me at the moment. Scientologist. There you go. He's a Scientologist. So just be aware that he's a Scientologist, and then you'll be good. Just keep that in mind, though. Okay, so if you go over to One Stupid Fuck's website, he has all this stuff written out, right? Where you can find the corporation, all this stuff. And, you know, relative. In fact, you know what? How if I just put it right here? Peruse this. This is good stuff. See, because it's all information all in one spot. There's that. I'm not going to say Scientology was rooted in Masonry. I'm going to say Scientology is akin. Here's Masonry, here's Scientology, here's Mormons, here's right, because the Scientologists are not York Rite cultists. They are they're their own animal created by L. Ron Hubbard. But anyway, Scientology is a thing, and they see, picking your words carefully here on YouTube is becoming stupid. You can't speak freely. Otherwise, your video gets taken down, and your channel might get destroyed also. But the idea being is that I think he was, actually. I'm not sure. I have to go look that up. You know who would know? My son. He's been doing a lot of research on that, the older boy. Anyhow, where were we? The idea being that they're not giving us the Republican form of government that we're supposed to have, because the Crown Corporation is not what you think. They have made you think that being part of the Crown Corporation and giving your income to the Crown Corporation is patriotic, and that you should get permits and all this other stuff. It's hilarious. What is the same as a state national? Okay. Everyone born in the United States of America, on the land, you already have that designation by birth. You're an American. Now, this Crown Corporation comes in 1871 and called the United States, and they know the sheep won't notice that we've changed the from United States of America to United States. You can hear them chant USA, USA, USA at every fucking Trump rally, but they're U.S. citizens. And what is the conscious wig named Trump trying to get you to do? He's trying to get you to sign a piece of paper that says you're a U.S. citizen. Isn't he? All right, there's a false paradigm going on there, where they try to get you to claim that you're something that you're not. You start off as an American, and then quickly your mother turns you in on a birth certificate, and you become a United States citizen. Or not really, because a few years later, when you want to get your driver's license, when you check the box on your driver's license, it's going to say, "Are you a U.S. citizen?" And you're going to be like, "Yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen," because they've tricked you. See, this is the thing that annoys me with the guy, that one stupid fuck, is that's called fraud when they trick you. When you think it's one thing and it turns out it's another. When you think that your driver's license is a driver's license, when actually that's an employee identification card. Makes you an employee of the government. And if you're an employee, and see, I have now documents, and I put it in there, and it has been accepted because, again, I got the stamp. This is obviously not the original because the stamp is purple. That tells you immediately from these guys, and I gave it to him not once but twice. Who are these guys? Oh, this guy's is Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Citizen and Immigration Services. They have no record of me being a U.S. citizen. When I asked them if I was a U.S. citizen, am I an employee, dependent, etc. I got this from the government. And once again, I told you guys, how did I get here from Hawaii to Arizona? With a Costco card. Didn't go get a 5-star passport. Didn't go get a state ID. Just showed them my Costco card, and here I am. I have numerous witnesses that will tell you the same. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, things aren't the way you think they are. And once again, let's just do these two things. One, if I got over here with a Costco card, once again, maybe things aren't the way you think they are. Two, this is money. Most of them are ones, because I've been collecting ones for a specific reason. But there's a whole bunch of bills here. Everybody here. There are 5 people watching. I'm sure you know how to use the chat. Go get if you got any money, any bills in your pocket, and a lot of people don't carry cash anymore, but this is Christmas season, so I'd expect that you had. But now we're down to 3 people watching. But you 3 people watching, find me a bill past 2017. If you can, great. If you can't, put it in the notes below, put it over here. Just look through your wallet, find me a bill that's newer than 2017. You're going to find 2017A, and then I believe you're going to find that there aren't any newer bills. Anyway, I'm just kind of rambling here because I haven't made a video in a long time, and I wanted to kind of sort of get back in the habit of making videos. But here's the problem, guys. We have to hold, and that's everybody watching, these guys to account, because you can't say shit on YouTube anymore. I'm not worried about getting my videos demonetized, because I never did try to monetize the video, right? But there's lots of people now that they make little teaser videos here, and then they make their real video on Rumble or on BitChute, because there's so much you can't say here. And see, now you guys understand why free speech is so important, because had we had free speech, quite a few of your friends might still be alive. I can't count them all now. I mean, the litany is getting long. And here's the other thing that these fuckheads say. He was 80. He was going to die anyway. He was 90. He was going to die anyway. He was 70. He was going to die anyway. He was 60. He was going to, well, maybe he wasn't going to die anyway. He was 50. He was 40. He was 30. He was 20. They're teenagers. 10-year-olds. Are we going to fucking let these fucking people get away with this fucking shit? Are we? Is that the kind of Americans we are? Huh? You don't know what to do. Because if you go to the courts are all part of the Crown Corporation. And the Crown Corporation are the motherfuckers that are trying to kill you. And see, this is the other thing. You cannot get the teen quarantine shot. Right? to understand that no, they really were fucking trying to kill him. Right? They tried to get rid of a lot of people, and it wasn't the. Oops, do I not have that written down? I do not have that written down. This is painful and stupid. Is where we are. This is where we are in the American experience. And I'll just do that much. Everybody knows. Wow, what's that say? Oh, yeah, okay. All right. So that wasn't going to kill you. This was what was going to kill you. And see, here's the thing. This is like textbook 101. So what you got to do is you got to scare them. And this is what we have, trauma-based government. Scare. You're going to die. Grandma's going to die. Oh, everybody's going to die. If you don't do this, everybody die. You killer, you murderer, you selfish, right? And I have to fucking listen to the goddamn Hawaiians tell me that, oh, we're not wearing the mask for us. We're wearing the mask for our kapuna. I just want to, all right. No, you're not. You're wearing the mask because you're an obedient slave and they tricked you. And it's time to admit you got tricked. And now, if your friends got so tricked that they did this, before they drop dead, maybe they should do some stuff where you mitigate the problem. And you can do that with a Scalar room. There is another uncompensated and unsolicited testimonial. Find out about Scalar rooms. Get into a Scalar room. And try to find one that's not too expensive. But yeah, because we can't speak, they're dropping like flies. They're dropping like flies. You know people in Hawaii that are dead now. They're dead. Because we couldn't speak freely. Because they lied and lied and lied about this. Okay, so it turns out free speech kind of important. Turns out getting into the courts and knowing what the hell you're doing kind of important. Now, here's the thing. Who do you talk to? If you go into the Crown Corporation's courts and it's all rigged against you, and these are all people that have bar cards and they're bar attorneys, they work for the Crown. And if you read our founding documents, we're not supposed to get titles of nobility. And yet they're all esquires. In fact, I can dig some cards up and it says right on the card, Esquire. Well, if you're a fucking Esquire, you're not an American, are you? You might be able to be a U.S. citizen. But if you got an Esquire on your card, you've been given a total title of nobility from a Crown corporation. Because guess what? All of those corporations are corporations, private corporations. The bar is a corporation. I have in this document, I prove quite clearly that the courts are corporations with DUNS numbers. They're in there for profit. So if they're making a profit, they can't be non-profit government entities, can they? They can be masquerading as a government entity, but they're not government entities. All right, so we come up to 1871, and we got to talk about bankruptcies. And I've done entire videos, but I think they took them down, actually, about the bankruptcies in, what was the last thing that they had to give to the people that we owe money to, the Crown that we owe money to, because the corporation was set up by the Crown to collect war debts, basically. The King of England very much owns United States Corporation, is one of the owners of United States Corporation. And see, United States Corporation enslaves its employees, and it says right in there, 14th Amendment, that, we can't give you involuntary servitude except as a punishment for crime. However, we can give you voluntary servitude, can't we? And you guys all I volunteered. Everybody volunteers, right? Oh, if I don't pay my taxes, I'm going to go to jail. I guess I'll volunteer to pay my taxes. Except you don't owe them, right? I still haven't paid tax since 1998, right? I filled out some tax forms since then. I think last time I filled out a tax form was in 2001, and I got a refund of, I think, $2 or something like that, $3. And if I would have cashed the check, that would have been problematic. But anyway, this is the tool of enslavement. Now, both sides want to replace this because this isn't a slavey enough tool for the one guys. Literally. So they want to get total enslavement where they know every transaction, they know everything that you down to the last penny where you put your money, right? Because what's the story? What's the statement that everybody make? Follow the money. Get back to Israel. Follow the money. Hamas. Follow the money. Hezbollah. Follow the money. Ukraine. Follow the money. That's all you got to do is follow the money. So they want to make it really easy for them to follow the money when it comes to us or you, but they don't want to make it easy for us to follow the money when it comes to them. Pretty simple. That should be simple. Now, has anybody? Nope, nobody's typing anything. Does anybody have any bills? Can you find something later than 2017? Don't think you can. Anyhow, that Crown Corporation that is collecting and using this to enslave us, they've decided they want to go a different way. Now, these other guys, they want to get rid of this system also for more altruistic reasons, because it is a system of slavery. And they realize that once we get rid of this and we start going back to a sound money system, the bad guys are going to have a much harder time with their enslavement. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is that both of them are getting rid of this. We have no friends in this fight. So what they want to go to is this. And that's an ounce of silver. Okay. If you look at Bixweir stuff, and I've done some research because of Bixweir, the amount of silver that we're using in solar panels and cars, we don't have enough silver. So eventually, this is going to become very, very precious. But right now, you can get a whole ounce of this stuff for like $25 delivered to your door. I remember when I could get 10 of those delivered to my door for $50, 10 of them. Now you can get one of them delivered to your door for like $25. I'd still get that, even though it's right. Okay. Get yourself some silver. Why? The case for silver has never been stronger. Okay. Let's tell a story. I'm going to tell a story. What if, and I'm going to quit because, like I said, I'm just rambling over here and my next ones are going to be better. But what if, because I'm going to have more paperwork and more stuff for show and tell, Haritaki, find out about Haritaki. Find out, okay. Oh, yeah, I'll save this for toward the end. We're going on almost an hour and I'll quit right around an hour. But one of the secrets of the Masons, and see, once you find out the secrets, and then it turns out people don't want to know the secrets once you find out the secrets. So let's tie this all together. I'll try and make this make sense. So what if there was this guy who, or actually a bunch of guys who were world leaders, who had actually had some clout, and they came to understand that the top of the pyramid were really bad guys, that these people were doing horrible things, the adrenochrome, the, hacking bodies up, the, organ harvesting. We want to say it's the Chinese organ harvest. We don't organ harvest. Of course not. We wouldn't organ harvest. All those kids coming across the border on this. Nah, we don't take the organs or anything. We don't turn them into products or anything. We don't make snuff films or anything, even though the fucking cartels told you, I think more than once, and once on Mexican television in Spanish, that the children are the fucking product. What are the products? Digital products, snuff films. What are the products? Adrenochrome. What are the products? Kidneys, eyes, livers, hearts. So anyway, what if there were these guys that figured out that these bad guys using this stuff to enslave us had an Achilles heel? Turns out that Achilles heel is this. All right, so we'll never get you guys to get out and change the currency because everybody's really comfortable with using pieces of paper. I use pieces of paper, obviously. So how are we going to get them to go to silver? Well, you know what? The world's ending. You know why the world's ending? Because of climate change. If you understand anything about carbon, you know that there's not enough of it, actually. We're at the point where the plants are actually starving. They need more carbon, not less. Everything they tell you is wrong. If the demons wanted to get rid of us, one of the fastest ways to get rid of us is to get rid of bees and get rid of plants. Really simple. And they want to get rid of us because they fucking hate us. This is the thing that all the goody two-shoes people that just can't seem to get it through their heads. They hate us for the simple reason that we're humans. That's it. That we're men and women. They hate us. Okay. They want to get rid of us. They want to make this place a place for others, not us. That changes the environment and so on. Okay, so we're going to use this because one of their lies is the fact they got the medieval warming period. What the? I don't know. No. This is the hottest it's ever been. Talk to the climate guys. We've never been hotter. It's going to get hot. Oh God! Right? I'm wearing a sweatshirt in the house. Tell me how hot it is. Anyway, but the idea is that this guy. And one of them in particular, he looks kind of like Winnie the Pooh, and he gets really upset when you compare him to Winnie the Pooh, and he's Chinese. Anyway, Winnie the Pooh figures out that, hold on a second, these guys want to save the world because, the average person is quite altruistic. That's how they sold us. Oops, where'd it go? That's how they sold us this. Because, you don't want to kill grandma, right? You were doing it for the right reasons. Okay. So let's make up this story. The world's ending. You better. Oh, you know what's going to fix it? Well, the eating bugs part. Let's skip over that part. Solar panels. We're going to go solar because they tell you lies about water. H2O is created on this planet every single day. Fresh H2O. Another thing that's created every day on this planet. We call it oil. Oil. We call it oil. Oil. Petroleum. Every day. It's a hydrocarbon, and the Russians figured out a long time ago that this hydrocarbon was created in the bowels of the earth, and you could go get it if you dug deep enough, if you drilled deep enough. Anyway, never mind those lies. Since they believe these lies because they're fucking stupid idiots, and you can tell the stupid idiots anything. Hey, a couple buildings fell down. Actually, all three of them fell down. Only 2 planes. Amazing. Anyway. You can tell them anything. If you lie over and over again, they believe it. Simple as that. So anyhow, let's tell them that solar panels will save the world. Well, now do the math, and I'll put a video below on how much silver is in each solar panel. Oh, wait a minute. What about how much silver is in each one of these electric cars? Oh, how much silver are we using just on those 2 things? Now, what about the military? How much silver do they use in their weapons? Now, here's the thing. There are some people that are starting to understand that the price of silver, 100% rigged and suppressed. But right now, somebody on your team, and they have released a whole bunch of pre-65 silver. You can get it on eBay. You can get it from APMEX. You can get it from SD Bullion. You can get it from, name it. You can get it from all these different silver metals providers. They seem to have, and almost at spot, very close to spot, have 1964 or earlier currency in silver. Get some, get dimes, get quarters, get 50-cent pieces, get dollars, get whatever you can get. The 90% silver. We're going back to silver. Okay, like I said, these guys have figured out that we're going to use the dumb fuck sheep to fulfill our ends because they're going to buy solar panels. They're going to believe the story. Wind. What happens at night with a solar panel? Because here's the other thing. We get through this, and obviously not all of us are getting through this. I am amazed at how many of my friends just couldn't see through this. And see, here's the thing. It's so simple. Again, textbook. These fucking Masons. These fucking... scare them to death. And then what? Give them a ritual that removes the fear. What ritual would remove the fear? Well, just put this thing on, and when you put this thing on, you don't have to worry because it'll save you from the most deadly thing in the whole wide world. If you put it on, it'll save you, right? So everybody put it on. Except for me, getting surrounded by cops. I wouldn't do it. I fucking wouldn't do it because I saw through the facade. Now, and I was putting on my plague doctor mask to go into Costco. And see, I go into Costco now, and it's all I can do to walk. Some of these people that are still wearing their masks, I just want to whisper in their ear, it doesn't do anything. They lied to you. But, people get pissy when you do that. But the idea is, did any of you guys, no, nobody looked. You got all these comments. Find me a fucking bill that has 2000. This one is, what is this one? Ooh, 2017A. There's another one. I can tell you that's like 18. Well, let's just count, because I don't care about the dollar amount. I just want to know about the date. So let's just count bills. And so far, I've been through like 150 or 300 of these because I've had lots of friends asking. So not one of these is past 2017. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pieces of paper here. And not one of them has a date past 2017. Go get some paper from your Happy Bank and see if you can find a date past 2017. Once again, I'm telling you, you can't. Okay. And how is it possible that I got an airplane with just a Costco card? All right. Those two pieces of information right there should have you asking some questions. Maybe, just maybe, things aren't the way you think they are. Just saying. Perhaps all your debt is prepaid. Perhaps there was an emergency in 1933. Perhaps we're headed for another emergency because this is about to go worthless. Always does. Fiat currency always returns to the intrinsic value, and only a fucking government could take perfectly good paper and perfectly good ink, put them together, and make something that becomes completely and utterly worthless. There are places in South America where their currency, they use it for toilet paper because it's cheaper to use this than to use this to buy toilet paper. Okay, how it always happens. Always. Every fucking time. All right. Taking longer than we thought. I didn't think that we would get into the trillions, but we are now into the trillions. Anyhow, yes, there you go. Something's about to happen. Something's definitely about to happen. What? This is the question. Now, here's the thing. I've heard this from numerous people. Who are you going to complain to about all this stuff happening? You complain to the military, United States Marines, U.S. Army, Inspector Generals. And if you look at all the highest degrees in Masonry, and you look at the highest degrees in New York Rite cult, take the Mormons, for example. They've got the Masons are 33 degrees, and the Mormons are 15 degrees. And what do you got in the York Rite cults? You got the Mormons. You got your Seventh-day Adventists. What is it? Seventh-day Adventists and Jehovah's Witnesses. Those are your basic York Rite cults. And then on the other side, you got the Masons. Okay. The idea here is that all of those groups that I just mentioned, they have a few secrets. And here I'm going to tell you a secret. This is a secret of the Masons. Urine. There it is. Okay. Before we get too crazy, and again, once we come through this whole thing, you'll find out that all the cures were within you. They even say that. So I'm going to put a bunch of books and so forth, because in other countries, you can find out about urine and improved urine and drinking your own urine. Drinking your own urine. That's crazy talk. But putting this shit into your kids, no problem. Chemotherapy, no problem, right? Filling your veins with mustard gas and putting it directly in a stent into your body, no problem. Drinking pee, that's insane. Only insane people. Programming. Who told you that? Who told you that urine was waste? Who told you that yellow liquid should be thrown away and flushed? Ever heard this was it a pot to pee in? I'm so poor they didn't have a pot to pee in. Why did they used to collect pee from the peasants? Anyway, when you take birth control, Premarin comes from, it's mare piss. That they make a medicine from. Find out about urine. I'm going to put a whole bunch of links down there. And I'm not talking out my ass because I've been doing this now for over a year. Okay, because I was very, very, because it makes you sound like a crazy person, first off. But I was very, very slow to adopt this because of my programming, right? We are programmed beings. We're programmed to think that this is, I'm a Jew, you're a Muslim, I'm a Christian, we should fight. Because my God's better than your God. All of our gods talk about being peaceful and praying for your enemies, and well, that's Christians, but I mean, they all talk about doing good works and so on, and love and peace and praising God and so forth. And we should kill each other because the way I praise God is different than the way you praise God or whatever, right? Okay, that's programming. They love it. These guys above us, who gave us these religions? Who gave us this language? This thing that I'm babbling at you right now. Somebody else gave us this language. Somebody else gave us these religions. Who gave us this thing called pharmakia? Right? I can't read. Same thing with Trump, huh? Because Trump manages to tell you the truth occasionally, as much as they let him. And mean tweets. Oh, God. Anyhow, the idea being is that truth hurts and people hate the truth, but find out about urine. There's multiple books. In India, urine is a thing. Turns out in our country, urine used to be a thing, but they beat it out of us. It only took them 3 generations to make most of us completely dependent on them. Now, when I say completely dependent, look, what happens, and I've been there, when you got a pile of these and you walk into the store and there's nothing in there. I've done it on more than one occasion on Maui. Hurricanes, during COVID when everybody, shit, I said it out loud. God damn it. You can't. Literally, they have a fucking crawler that will crawl through your video. And if you mention it now, it's going to get flagged. Anyway, and see, we got to hold these guys to account. And, let me just do this real quick. This is coming for a lot of people. A lot. And some say it's already happened. What's that thing? We could play a game. You ever play this game? It's coming, folks. You think it's not? Dream on. Too many guys like me, too many guys like you. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of guys in our military. They know that if they don't do their job, we're going to do their job for them, and then they're going to be in trouble. Right? This country was born in blood. We're probably going to finish in blood, but there's some blood that needs letting because the tree of liberty must be refreshed. And we're at the point now where the military is, in fact, the last response. And if they don't do anything, then we will be forced to do stuff. But for now, I think it's patriot pacification, because the same thing happened in Russia. All the peasants were sure that the military would take care of the czar, and that the army would take care of the czar, and that the czar's guards would take care of the czar. And we know what happened to the czar and his children and his beautiful daughters. We got no beef with the Russians, guys. They've been our friends. There wouldn't be this thing called America if it wasn't for the Russians, if you go back and read the history. And the guys that hate us have never forgotten it. So they would love it if we could get into a war with Russia and China and United States. Here come the eagle, here come the bear, and they're fighting for the lion's dominion. The Rastafarian's been telling you all about it for the longest time. Okay, but see, now we've got some guys that, honest to God, I believe they figured out that the way we're going to destroy their system of enslavement, and that's the whole thing with the brick. That's a whole nother video. We'll talk for days. But their whole system of enslavement, it's this. It boils down to this. And they got control of this. They make you think, oh, pharmakia. Yeah, got a problem? Take a pill. Right? Don't use this stuff. Oh, this happens to be a roll of silver quarters. Use this stuff. Whatever you do, it's crazy talk. Don't, flush your urine down the toilet and don't get it on your hands and don't ever put it anywhere near you, right? You will find, if you do some research, that urine If you do a urine fast, cancer goes away. If you do a 3-day fast, you can heal a lot of the problems that this caused. Most people can't do it. I found out about urine therapy in the early 2000s. And I did this whole diet because anyway, and then I peed in a cup and I looked at the cup and I poured the cup in the top because I couldn't do it because of my programming. Because I've been programmed, right? But then once you become aware of the programming, suddenly it was easy. And then guess what? All these things, the 100-day cough. Currently, my girlfriend has the 100-day cough. She's no longer sick, but she caught it at the mall and she's been coughing and coughing and coughing. She's not sick, but she's just coughing. Okay. I got sick too. But I do something different than she does. And I'm not sick. I was sick for like 1 day or 2 days. If you see all the different things that this hormones, like especially for women, drinking their own urine, well, they don't need hormones. Oh, suddenly you don't need to go to the pharmacia. Suddenly you don't need to go to the doctor. Suddenly you don't need to get prescriptions. Now, what is a prescription anyway? A prescription, it's poison. You need a license. So let's see here. A licensed pharmacy. It would otherwise be illegal. That's what a license is, right? It gives you a license to do something that would be otherwise illegal. And it's a pharmacy. So let's see here. You've got, it would be otherwise illegal for us to sell you this poison. And it's a poison. That's why you need a prescription. It's pharmakia. And see, the demons, they give you a little bit of poison with the think that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? There's even songs about it. But what they do is they give you little bits of poison, and that's supposed to make you better. Why not take poison? Why not put chemotherapy into your body? And it's not therapy, it's chemo, it's chemicals. There's no therapy going on. Maybe you survive, maybe you don't. They don't care as long as they make money. Well, it's you. All right. Yeah, there you go. Loosh. But there you go. The idea that they'll tell you that the horse paste, we'll call it that. And there's a bunch of other stuff that if I mention it, my video will be taken down for giving you guys false information because you're not smart enough. Because some guy that looks like me on the internet, whatever I say, you're going to go do, right? And you're not smart enough to do your own research or due diligence. So no, I can't even mention these things because I'm such a potent, dangerous person. This is where we're at. Okay, so you got to go on BitChute or Rumble, not here. But see, a lot of people like Nino Rodriguez, I'll put a link to his stuff and see there is patriot pacification on the wide coming from that 107 guy. Don't do anything. We know you're the largest army in the entire planet. There's, tens of millions of guns. Don't touch them, though. We're going to take care of everything. I got a bad feeling about this. I got a bad feeling about this. I don't think we're going to get through this without some violence. And we'll see. We'll just see what happens. Because take a look at what's going on our southern border, right? And now it's millions of military-age men being let across the border. Yeah, They're conscious wigs. I'll explain it. Again, let's use my girlfriend. My girlfriend just bought a car. And God, they fucked her so hard. It's terrible. She won't even let me fuck her that hard. I think the loan was 22% interest. We're going to take care of it. But I mean, really 22% interest on a car loan. And take a look at what's going on in that market. But anyway, I think the car was, I don't know what, 16, less than $20,000. Okay. And I looked on all the stuff, about $1,000 in taxes by the time you got state, county, local. Anyway, about $1,000 in taxes because it was only a $15,000 car. You're wealthy and you buy a $100,000 car. You're going to pay a whole lot more than $1,000 in taxes. Okay, that's the conscious wigs. The conscious wigs want you prosperous so that they can grift off of you, right? Every transaction, if you've got more money, they can take, right? I send some money, people send money to me in my business. PayPal takes a little percentage of it. I send it to somebody else. They take a little percentage of it. You use a credit card instead of one of these. They take a little percentage of it. They are absolutely worthless creatures. They have no creativity. They don't do anything. All they are is leeches, and they take a little bit, and you take it. I take it because you're right. Like I said, I refuse to give them 30, 40, 50% of my income, right? State of Hawaii and United States hasn't got a dime in income tax for me. Not a fucking penny since 1998. Okay, won't give it to them. Won't fucking give it to them. They just tried to kill my friends. How do they kill my friends? Well, the Crown Corporation takes all that money and then comes up with these nefarious plans. Not a fucking dime of that pays school, road, military, none of that. Ronald Reagan told you in no uncertain terms with the Grace report. It goes to pay the interest on the debt, and that's it. Who does the interest go to? Well, then you got to find out who owns the fucking corporation. The Crown owns the corporation. And the Crown is three things. We've talked about this numerous times, the three stars, Washington, D.C., City of London, and Vatican City. By the way, what does Vatican mean? Maybe I'll find some links down there. Anyway, the point being, my friends, is that good things, in fact, are coming, but we got some shit to get through before good things are coming. And the only way good things are going to come is if you and me hold their feet to the fire. I didn't file all this fucking paperwork so I could just walk away. Because here's what happens. 99% of people that get fucked by the system, once they get let go, they don't go back, right? Maricopa County is going to pay me for not feeding me for 140 days, right? They know that they're supposed to give me 3 square meals, and they didn't. Let's see. So there's some compensation there. Let's see. No warrant. You're going to arrest a man without a warrant. Okay. I'm probably not going to let that go. Just not the type. Let's see here. Affidavits that have falsehoods on them. I believe that's called bearing false witness against your neighbor. That's a big naughty no-no. Breach of trust, etc. Anyway, all of these things. Now, here's the thing. Most people, again, will not do anything because they get tired of fighting. They wear you down. The IRS's number one strategy is to just wear you down. And see, this is what they love. They love getting it if you can, if they can get you to not pay your taxes for some stupid reason, like I don't agree with the Israeli war. I'm not paying my taxes. I don't like the fact that we went into Ukraine. I'm not paying my taxes. I don't think it's fair. I'm not paying my taxes. You're going to fucking jail. Or they're going to get as much money out of you as possible because those are not valid reasons for not paying the tax. If you don't owe the tax, don't pay the tax, because if you don't owe it, then you shouldn't have to pay it, right? Okay, well, then you just got to show that you don't owe the tax. Further, it's a voluntary tax, and they say it over and over again. In fact, oh, wait, we got to do this one thing before I hang up, before I sign off. Nope, not 12 USC. Oh, there you go. Look up 34 USC. Oh, fuck, I'll just put it in the chat. You didn't know you were taking part in motor vehicle theft, the motor vehicle theft prevention program. But you are. Let's see here. So you might want to let them know that this voluntary program, and it says it all over the place, that it's voluntary, and this has been going on since 1994. But the National Voluntary Motor Vehicle Theft Prevention Program may voluntarily sign a consent form. Voluntary. Anyway, let me put it in here. But you're part of this. And this is one of the reasons why. And if you look in there, it says they can stop you for any reason, making sure that, you're not stealing that car. Look it over. Look that thing over just for fun. And then you might want to write a letter that says, I don't want to participate. Let's see here. Let's look under D, specific conditions under which stops may be authorized. In general, let's see here. These conditions may not be based on race, creed, color, national origin, gender, or age, but these conditions may include the operations of a vehicle during certain hours a day, or the operation of the vehicle under other circumstances that would provide a sufficient basis for establishing a reasonable suspicion that the vehicle was not being operated by the owner or with the consent of the owner. So the cop should be able to look at the car and go, well, the person driving that car probably doesn't own it. I think I'll stop it. Would that be unlimited power? Let's see here. And then there's motor vehicle. Just go look it over. Just go look it over. Notification of police. As a condition of participating in the program, a state or locality must agree to take reasonable steps to ensure that law enforcement officials, and those are not law enforcement officials, those are code enforcers throughout the state or locality, are familiar with the program. Regulations. The Attorney General may promulgate regulations to implement this section. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. But wait a second here. Let's go back here. Let's go explain the possibility that if a motor vehicle is operated under the specified conditions, the vehicle may be stopped by law enforcement officials, even if the officials have no other basis for believing that the vehicle is being operated unlawfully. We just stop them. So anyway, I put that there for your edification and perusal. Anyhow, like I said, I'm just rambling around. I've got lots of documents. I'm taking a break for the holiday season. Oh, here's another thing. Just for fun. I have it right there. It's just out of reach. This has been a fun read for sure. This has also been a fun read. This is more private, hard to come by. But it looks like the roots of the Federal Reserve is these guys. And she lays out a very good case for it. That this system of enslavement, this right here, was created by demons? That's crazy talk. Anyway, but it is diabolical when you think about it, how effective it is. Anyway, I've been rambling on for like way too long, like over an hour. I'm going to make some long videos that have lots, like I have boxes of documents and I have other stuff. But the point of this video, one, find out about urine. And I'm going to put lots of links down there. Two, and you can read books. Don't believe this guy. I'm just some guy, right? Find out about this when it comes to how much of it we need for solar panels. And maybe, just maybe them guys on our team after all. Well, not really on our team because they mean to rule us, but they want to get rid of this. And the way they're going to get rid of this is with this and gold. But right now, what is it, like 85-1 gold to silver ratio? So 1 ounce. And if I had a 1 ounce gold coin, it'd be half this size and weigh the same. But if I had a 1 ounce gold coin, I should be able to get 85 of these coins. I don't know. I like 85 of these better than I like one of the other one. So me was you. Get 85 of these. Don't get one of the other one. Because just in solar panels in cars, man, there's no way we're going to keep up with demand, right? And here's the other thing. Because this price has been suppressed for so long, I used to. I don't anymore. I keep in touch once in a while. But I used to know some silver miners in Idaho, North Idaho, because I lived up in that area and I went to the silver miners con. Anyway, they can't get it out of the ground and turn it into this for $25. Like mining it and making a coin, it's costing them, right? They're basically break even. Okay, unless they have their mining costs way down and so forth. But the bottom line is mines are going offline. They're not coming online because it's not profitable to mine for silver. Most of the silver that we get comes as a byproduct of mining something else. And a lot of the actual silver mines in South America and Peru and some other places in North Idaho and so on that actually mine for silver, they're not functional. Take a look. And it's not like, oh, silver goes to $600 like Cliff High has been saying for fucking ever. And it's still not there and it won't be there for quite a while. But even if it did get to $600, they're not turning on silver mines tomorrow. It'll take them about 10 years to turn those mines on. So in the meantime, this stuff is going to be at a premium. So I say it almost every video, but I'm going to say it again. Get yourself some fucking silver. As much as you can afford. If you've got a shit ton of this, digits in a bank account, they're going to steal it from you, first off. They always fucking do. And second off, you may not be able to get it out again. because there's all kind of rumors about electricity and the lack thereof. Okay. I think I'm going to call it a day. Be looking for more videos between now and New Year's Eve because 'tis the season and I got some free time. And I'll be a little more organized. I haven't made a video in so long. It's, like I said, you just got to get back on the horse and start making videos. But the idea is, here's another thing. Anybody wants to market Crouton Ramon's House of Math, I'll give you 50% commission. Contact me if you know what that is and know what I'm talking about. But if you'd like to make a 50% commission on a going concern, you can get into markets probably I can't get into, and I'll give you half every password you sell. And my passwords sell for like, $400. So every time you make a sale, you make $200. If you know how to market, get in touch with me. Anything else I wanted to talk about? I think that will do it. The idea being, my friends, is that we got some tribulations coming. These are biblical times. Go read Isaiah. And what else? I think, like I said, go read Isaiah. Understand that we need to prepare for what's coming. So get yourself some food. I've made lots of videos about this also, but and it's becoming clear that it's a good idea. We're having rough weather in some places, just like Grandma. It only, like I said, it only took them like 3 generations or 2 generations to make it so that we're completely dependent on these guys. Get to the point where maybe your local farmer, where a local butcher shop. Got a butcher shops here. Yay! Can go get fat. Can go get meat. Go find out about arms and ammunition because you may need some. This stuff. The idea that everybody is against this now. Both teams are against this. And we ain't got a friend in this fight because everybody means to rule you. And until you unplug from left, right, Democrat, Republican, even American or European or Russian, they have made a colony for us, and they farm us. Who is they, and what are they doing with all of those peoples that get farmed? But it turns out, like I said, some more powerful men figured out that when you get to the top of the pyramid, it might not be us. Because it's clear that the guys that set this system up hate us. And you got to get over it. All you got, love and God and Jesus and Christ. And those aren't going to save you from what's going on at the border. And all you guys waiting for Christ to come back and fix things, you've been waiting a long time. You're going to wait a lot longer. Those of you waiting for Trump to come and fix things, you may be waiting a long time too. This is the week the things are supposed to get crazy. So that's another reason why I made the video, because as far as I can tell, things haven't gotten crazy this week. It's already Wednesday. And they keep saying this. Oh, it's going to happen. This is going to happen. Oh, there's going to be an arrest. Oh, there's going to be a this. Just stringing you along, and stringing you along. Right? There you go. That's where it's going to be. But yeah, all the answers are inward, right down to the P. But I'm not kidding. Find out how potent and powerful that stuff. See, my sons, they have a grandmother, or had a grandmother. She's dead now. That was telling us, she was a midwife and she was a hippie. And she was telling us all about pee and put pee in the kid. I had my oldest boy had a issue with one eye, and she was put pee in it. Just put some pee in it. I was like, that's crazy talk. Pee would have fixed it. Pee totally would have fixed it. You get bit by a snake. Drink some water, especially if it's a poisonous snake. Drink some water, pee, and drink that. There is the antidote, because your body will make the antidote. Proven. Those aren't just wives' tales. Again, find out about urine. Okay. And I'm not talking out my ass, like I said, because I didn't want to talk about this because it makes you sound crazy. I know how crazy it makes you sound. But after 1 year, I can say 60 comes in just under 3 months, or just over 3 months. Where's the gray? I don't fucking I come from the generation where you don't color your hair if you're a man. Where is it? Right? And if you look and compare old videos to new videos, these wrinkles are disappearing. Huh. I'm going to put lots of videos down there. Now, it isn't just that, because I do sulfur, and I've talked about sulfur before, and haritaki, which is heinous. Man, that is one of the nastier ones. But there are lots of Vedas that talk about between haritaki and sambhuva, which is, urine, you have like eternal life practically, long, healthy life. Because here's the deal. I don't want to be 200 years old. I don't think I want to do that unless I could be like this. I don't even want to be 80 years old unless I'm healthy. But the idea is the gift that you want to give to your children. And I have now, because we're 60 and the parents are now 80 or more, 90, so forth, where the children are having to take care of the parents. And it's hard. Oh, it's hard watching them because they have this idea that they get sick and die. So some of these guys that just die all of a sudden, that's beneficial. That's the way I want to go. He was always so healthy. And then one day, dead. Right? But I don't want to be like sick and right. My mother, for example, don't want to watch that horrifying downhill slide into the grave. I want it to be right over. Okay. One of the ways you're going to do that is by finding out about urine. Simple as that. And many other things. Again, this right here actually works. This is a good thing. Find out about leaky gut. My younger son, was having bad skin for a lot of different reasons. I have two sons. One had perfect skin, one had bad skin. We know why. Anyway, he figured out that part of the problem was leaky gut. So he fixed his leaky gut, quit eating sugar. That was a major thing. They both think I'm crazy when it comes to the urine, of course, because they're teenagers and they're programmed. And again, like I said, just what does it say over there? Look inward, go within, go within, go within. Right? Because all the answers are within. It's true. But if you finally do become aware of the programming, you'll see it every fucking where. Their symbols are everywhere. And I have to make a video about this because they figured out that symbols are more potent than words, which is why they have all these symbols on our money. Because these symbols right here and right here are more potent than the words, because they have to just show you a symbol. And one symbol will tell an entire story. And you're surrounded by the symbols all the time. You're surrounded by their colors all the time. Once you become aware of it, it's fucking everywhere, especially right now. 'Tis the season. But the idea is programming. If they have control of your mind, they don't need to put you in chains. They chain you to the sky with pieces of paper and contracts that you don't understand. And now they're using technology that we don't understand. But speaking of technology we don't understand, it can be used to our benefit, and those are Scalar Rooms. I will put some links about Scalar Rooms below, and all you got to do is sit there. Too easy. No. They got to put poison in me. Oh no, they got to hack me up. They got to, right? Guys canceling their knee surgery. That's crazy. Guys canceling all manner of procedures just for sitting in the Scalar Room. Why? Because we're light beings that are made of light. Anyhow, I'm going to get into that another video. And again, uncompensated, and unsolicited testimonial for those guys. But I'm telling you, I've seen it work. Again, that's enough. I spent like 24 hours in a Scalar Room now, and it makes a difference. Absolutely. So anyway, find out about Scalar technology, unified healing. And I think that's it. That's all the things I wanted to cover in this video. Like I said, I'm just getting warmed up here. We're going to go document by document why I did it. And mostly it's going to be for me because 2024 is the year of the dragon, and counterclaims need to be made. And don't complain to the courts, because the courts are going to be like, we didn't do anything wrong. If they even hear it in the first place, right? What voter fraud? We didn't have any voter fraud. That's crazy talk. And on and on and on, all the different things that the courts wouldn't hear. You were injured? Nah. In fact, you can't even go to court and talk about injuries. We have a special thing for that. anyhow, the idea is that you need to make claims to the right people. Don't complain, make claims. Nobody likes a complainer. Nobody likes a quitter. So who do you complain to? Skip it. Make a claim instead. And if they can't, right? So you find out about legal procedure. And if they don't answer you, you use their procedure against them, the 3-step process that I've talked about 100 times. If you don't know the 3-step process, find out about the 3-step process. I'm not going into it because I'm signing off. But the idea being is it's going to be the military. But if you don't complain about these people, or if the military doesn't know that these people are breaking the law, they don't know who to go after, do they? So because you didn't complain, because you didn't tell them. So you need to tell them who it is that has created these problems and then go after them. Well, not you, them. See, they will go for it because we have surrendered all of our violence to the government or to the military. Anyhow, I'm signing off anyway. So I will talk to you guys soon. E pluribus unum crime, e pluribus unum crime stoppers. And I will talk to you guys, soon. Be looking for more of these as the weeks go on. Because like I said, it's the holiday season and I've just kind of fallen off the horse, but I'm going to get back on the horse and make more videos because God knows there's lots to talk about. All right. We'll talk to you guys soon.